Evening, folks. Welcome back to Cats and Conspiracies. Of which one of them is currently sleeping on the floor, aren't you? Doesn't move. Poor little rescue cat. I think, he's making up for the years of sleep that he never had. And the other one, the other young lady, she is basically like the Phantom of the Opera. I know she's around, but she just hides. But I'm glad that they're resting. Anyway, moving on. I found this little article 20 remakes, reboots, and adaptations coming in 2026. And I thought we could just have a little look through this and have a little bit of a laugh about what's going on here. Let's have a look. I have a little flick through this already, but I'll go through it with you guys and we can just see what's going on. So it looks like we've got another version of Wuthering Heights. There was a trailer here. I did just have a look at it, and it's not my thing. And that's not to say I dismiss girly stuff, because there's a lot of romantic things that I really like, and Titanic is in my top 10. So I do not dismiss these films just because of that. But I did have a look at the trailer, and all I can say is it looked very boring, very pretentious, and it's being released on Valentine's Day, of course. And I feel sorry for the poor blokes that are going to be dragged along to watch this. Of course, Margot Robbie's in it. Flavour of the month. What else have we got? I don't know this. Reminders of Him. This must be a book or something I'm not aware of. I've not heard of this. It sounds cringe. It sounds bad. It promises to remove your heart from your chest and stop. Oh, I don't want to do that. Hold on a sec. What happened there? And promise to stomp on it repeatedly. That doesn't sound good. The film finds a young woman named Kenna making a life-altering mistake that promptly earns her 7 years in prison. Could we guess what that would be? It'll have to be something. It'll be something cheesy. Like she killed someone to save. It'll be a man, like she killed a man or something to save somebody, or something like that. Maybe it was a husband. Yes, yes. It will be like her husband, and he's a real horrible man. Um, and she'll kill him or something and get in self-defense, and it'll be accidental, I expect. And I could be completely off the mark here, but that's what I suspect. And she'll get 7 years. 7 years is quite a long time. I don't know what time period this is supposed to be set in. Looking at the picture, I'd say fairly modernish, denim, little shirt tied around the waist there. I do recognise her. Oh, the film stars. It follows Maika Monroe as Kenna. Okay. Yes, that's what I'm saying. As her former boyfriend. So she does her time, and her only goal when she comes out is to reunite with a daughter she's never known. Can you reunite with someone you've never known, or would you just meet him for the first time? The parents of her deceased boyfriend, who now have custody of the young girl, make that all but impossible. Yeah. It also marks country music Lainey Wilson's big screen debut. Okay, not interested in that. Project Hammer. This sounds interesting. Had this been made 10 to 15 years ago, I probably would be a lot more interested. And this is an adaptation, obviously. So, yeah, from what I know about this, it does sound interesting. Apparently, the book is very interesting, and I know like the alien that he meets when he's out there is kind of like it's like crustacean-like, it's like crab-like. And it technically, on paper, it sounds interesting, and in the book, it probably is a lot interesting. But no doubt, if they have to make this now, there'll be something in it about how horrible humans are and how we all deserve to die, and this alien is going to eradicate us, or something like that. I don't know. You can tell my hope for the future, my lack of hope for the future, has not changed. 4 kids walk into a bank. I know nothing about it. Masters of the Universe. Oh my god, they've been trying to do this for such a long time. Now, I actually like the original 80s Master of the Universe, and it was one of those films I kind of grew up with. Also features young Courtney Cox as well, but I loved Masters of the Universe. I mean, every kid, all of us back there wanted to be He-Man. I always wanted this sword. Obviously, I've got no hope for that whatsoever. Supergirl, I'm hearing this is going to be terrible. Obviously, of course it will. No interest in this whatsoever. Um, I have seen the trailer for this actually. I'm not going to click on one of these because copyright seems to not be liking me at the minute. So I'm going to try and find a way around that. But I have seen the trailer, and within 2 seconds, you've got Superman's dog pissing on an image of Superman in a newspaper. So it's like, yeah, men are shit. And I think she's drunk in it and stuff. And apparently in the previous Superman film, in order for her to get drunk or something, she's got to like go near the sun. I don't really care. I just don't understand. Wouldn't like super beings that are not human, would they not be above, like so far above, you know, getting drunk and things like that? Um, would they even be like above eating? You know, would they even need to eat? Would they need to drink? I don't know, but I can't see how these super advanced, unearthly, um, cosmic beings would want to get drunk. Would even have the idea of why they would need to do that? Surely they'd be so far beyond that, aren't they? They're supposed to be the ones who would be trying to steer us away from things like that. What else we got? Moana. Really? Was do people really want this? Another so-called real life. I think the only thing real life in it is her and the Rock, isn't it? Everything else is animated, as in CG backgrounds. So it's not really real life. It's real life actors on a CG background. Anybody on that? The Odyssey? That's going to be such an interesting one. It sounds like one of those books. It's almost like unfilmable. I'll be interested to see what Christopher Nolan will do with it, but I don't know. Not really excited about that. Well, what is this? Coyote versus Acme. Hmm. This feels like Tom and Jerry all over again, doesn't it? Do you know how? I mean, do not get me wrong here. Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner cartoons are hilarious. They are amazing. And if you're in my age bracket, then you probably used to watch them on Saturday mornings. And they were hilarious. They were fantastic cartoons, so creative, so funny. Um, but they were old even then. Like I'm sure they were like 50s and 60s, these cartoons, maybe even older. What age is this going to be aimed at? As kids now going to know who Wile E. Coyote is? That reminds me of my Wile E. Coyote mug that I had. I think it was from Burger King or McDonald's or something. Oh, dear. Oh dear. Cliffhanger. See, when I first saw this, I thought, oh, maybe they're just doing like another film. It's called Cliffhanger, but it's got nothing to do with the original Cliffhanger. But it is. It's a woman. We've once again sex swapped. It is a reboot of 1993's Cliffhanger, which wasn't even like that amazing or anything. There was nothing really that amazing about Cliffhanger. It was just one of the many good 90s films, um, which was parodied in. Damn it, what was it parodied in? Was it Ace Ventura when he drops the raccoon at the beginning? So this 2026 reimagining, really? There's no imagination involved in this, is there? Because creativity is dead. Will take place in Italy and see James Naomi Cooper try to save her family from kidnappers while confronting climbing fears. Climbing fears from her past, so does that mean she dropped somebody as well? James, who did her own stunts in the film, revealed on The View that, unlike her character, she fell in love with rock climbing and finds it to be meditative. We'll know in time if her co-star Pierce Brosnan, what's he going to be doing in it? I mean, we all love a bit of Pierce Brosnan, but what's he going to be doing in that? I have no idea what this is. Clayface. Clayface is coming. This film will mark an interesting departure from typical Batman fare, as it will center around a struggling actor who is stay still, will you, man? A struggling actor who is transformed into the. Look, what are you doing to me here? What are you doing to me? And will be told through the lens of body horror. This comes as no surprise given that it was written by Mike Flanagan, and because there's already rampant speculation that Clayface will take place in the same world as the Penguin and the Batman, it is officially required viewing for DC fans, not for me. Oh dear. So we've got Wuthering Heights. Heathcliff, is it me? And Sense and Sensibility again. A fresh remake is on the way, starring Daisy Edgar Jones, Esme Creed Miles. The film will once again explore Dashwood sisters Eleanor and Marianne as they navigate love and loss in Georgian England. This Sense and Sensibility comes courtesy of Focus Features and Working Title Films. Wow. Do we really want another version of that? I don't think so. Is it going to be? Is that what this year is going to be? Is it going to be the year of dramas like Sense and Sensibility and that kind of thing? Wuthering Heights. I wonder if we'll see any others. Resident Evil. Is that another version? Resident Evil reboot. God, how many Resident Evil films were that? I want to say there was like 5 or 6. Which will see new characters navigating new storytelling terrain while remaining immersed in the atmosphere of the original Capcom video games. Oh, I got sad then. I thought it said Paul Walker. That'd be a bit difficult. We like Paul Walker. He was a good guy. Verity. Oh, hello. What's going on here? What is Verity? Do I know this? The second Colleen Hoover adaptation. Anne Hathaway and Dakota Johnson. Oh my God, look at that. It's true. I thought that was going to be. God. Obviously, Anne Hathaway was in The Devil Wears Prada, but. Now, I know I said earlier that, there are a few romantic type films I like. The Devil Wears Prada is not that I would call it a romantic film, but it's definitely a girly film. That is not a film I liked at all. Did not do it for me at all. Couldn't deal with it. The only part of it I actually did cheer at was when she goes back to her boyfriend and she binned off at the beginning. He's like, nah, you had your chance. And I enjoyed that bit. But the rest of it, terrible. Didn't work for me. Let me tell you, right? Beautiful women know they're beautiful from the age of about 5. Okay, from the age of about 5, everybody is calling them a princess, and they're beautiful and they're stunning and they're gorgeous, and they're going to break all these hearts when they grow up. The character in The Devil Wears Prada, played by Anne Hathaway, obviously a gorgeous, beautiful woman, would not have reached adult age walking around in cardigans with like all drab clothing and like, oh, I'm so plain and boring. It just wouldn't, like, beautiful face. It wouldn't happen. And then she goes to work with Prada and they give her a makeover and she's stunning. As if everyone was like, obviously you're stunning. You're just wearing an ugly blouse. Yeah, ridiculous. Didn't work for me. If you want us to feel sympathy for these characters, if you want us to believe in it, if you want us to believe that she's actually drab and she's not putting any effort in, but she could be made better, you've got to use characters that we can actually believe that could be the case in. Nobody believes that the stunning Anne Hathaway went through her entire life without people going, you're stunning, you're beautiful. She would know it from the age of about 5. Ridiculous. Don't know anything about that. Oh my God. Now, you see, I never actually watched Street Fighter back in 90s, was it? The third live adaptation. Ah, the 1994 original. Yeah, Van Damme. How dare you not mention Kylie Minogue? I believe, did she not play Chun Li? Street Fighter will similarly have an R rating. You win. Whalefall. Is this a book? Anyone heard of this? Whalefall? If you're as terrified of whale encounters as this author, um, I would be terrified of whale encounters if I was putting myself into a situation where that was likely to happen. If I was swimming around very deep oceans and things like that and free diving, I probably would be terrified of whale encounters. But in my everyday life, I'm not. Funnily enough, I'm pretty safe that one of the things that I'm not going to encounter is a whale. Whalefall might resemble the stuff of your actual nightmares. For reasons unknown, The Shape of Water co-writer Daniel Krauss penned a novel about a scuba diver who gets swallowed by a sperm whale and must find a way to escape before his oxygen runs out. Really? This is what actual terror looks like. As mortifying as its premise is, the film promises to appeal to fans of Jaws and Moby Dick. Josh Brolin. It's bound to be one of 2026's more memorable and horror-inducing cinema experiences. No. Cat in the Hat. Oh, a weird animated version of Cat in the Hat. Kids will love it, I'm sure. Oh my god. Don't make me sad. I'm still struggling with enough Christmas blues as it is. Into the darkness of January. Do we need another Christmas Carol? Of course not. Yeah, I agree. That can't be true. The 1000th adaptation of Charles Dickens' classic tale. That's probably an exaggeration. But I imagine there's been a lot of versions. Oh dear, how will that work? Interesting. Johnny Depp and Daisy Ridley. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Narnia the Magician's Nephew. Now this is going to not work. Absolutely not going to work. So who's in it then? Oh, hello. What's going on there? Can we get back to Narnia, please? Now, again, my age group may remember the amazing TV adaptation. Back, you've got to go back a long way. I'm talking back when I was at school here, so we're going back. Hold on. 30, 35 years? We're going back 35 years to when it was common to get adaptations and little series. Usually, I want to say it was on like a Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was one of them, and everybody watched it. I remember we watched it at school as well, and I remember it being amazing. I remember it being just brilliant, and I can't think of what was it he ate? A Turkish delight. That was his. That was his treat. That's what he loved. I always remember that, and the witch would bribe him with Turkish delights, from what I remember. But yeah, that was back when these things were great, and I cannot see this working now. Huh. Her film is really going to change the world. Really? Really? How is it going to change the world then? Go on. Make it happen. Oh, God. It's going to make Barbie sized waves upon release. Yeah, okay. Hmm. More Hunger Games. Well, there we go, guys. I thought we'd have a little bit of fun looking through that. I'm not sure if we did have fun or we didn't, but I enjoyed having a little rant about those upcoming films. I am watching one at the minute, actually. It's I can't remember what if it's Chinese or Korean. If you want to go and check it out before I get to the end of it, it's called The Tenants Downstairs. And from what I've seen so far, brace yourself, because there is some seriously disturbing stuff in this film. It's on Amazon Prime. Um, And there was one scene in it. I was like, I actually felt properly uncomfortable. I thought, wow, I can't believe they're going there. Anyway, I may have to talk about that in the near future. But until then, guys, thanks for joining in. And please chuck a comment below if there's anything you've heard of that's upcoming this year that you want to have a rant about, or anything you think I should check out. And let me know. And until next time, take it easy.